Hey, sports fans, welcome back to the POD Sports Zone. Glad to have you. Well, we waited on bated breath. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers came out of the darkness and did, in fact, see his shadow. So, what does that mean? Well, it means a couple of things. But first, I want to welcome you to the POD Sports Zone. If you have not done so already, kindly consider tackling the subscribe bag. I would really appreciate it. Well, it means two things. No playoffs for the Pack this upcoming season. And secondly, the Packers organization isn't keeping you in the dark. There have been some clear indications they would like to move on from the, dare I say, prima donna and give the ball to Jordan Love in 2023. Actually, I would embrace that scenario. I think it's Jordan's time. Well, is it fact or is it fiction? Well, if I was a betting man and playing with your money, I'd vote fact. Now, if it happens, that's another thing. And please do keep in mind, if it doesn't happen, that doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't factual. What you wish for and what you get, as you know, are two different things. I know this video is about Derek Carr. We'll look at where Rodgers can end up and talk about Derek straight ahead. Now, if there was ever a good time to get rid of number 12, it would have been a year ago this time of year. Instead, Packers brass caved in and did the unthinkable. They gave Mr. Rodgers a contract that basically tied their own hands. He's rumored to join the Jets. Apparently, they're willing to part ways with Mom and the motherlode to acquire the all-pro prima donna. If he doesn't go to the Jets, I predict he stays in Green Bay. And yeah, he'll slip into another few days of darkness down the line, not counting the 2023 NFL season. Now, if I could give number 12 a little bit of advice, it would be get off the Pat McAfee show. You look foolish. It seems to be his platform for whining. All right, enough of Rodgers. Let's talk about Derek Carr now. The Jets are rumored to be interested in Carr, and for less money, supposedly, and a whole lot less drama. Top, a Carr signing could be just what the doctor ordered.
Someone call a veterinarian!
Wrong kind of doctor. Moving on. The Jets have a solid young nucleus on both sides of the ball. They're really close, you guys. All they really need is a really good quarterback, or a quarterback that's not going to lose you games. Replacing Zach Wilson with Derek Carr would be a huge get. To be honest, to me, it's a no-brainer move. Well, let's take a look at some of the reasons in which Wilson has not gotten it done in New York. The biggest weakness in his game is his processing speed. He's just too slow. It's not a matter of the NFL being too fast for him. It was actually a knock on him coming out of college, and Coach Tyne and I talked about it during the draft. He's often several beats late on reads. He locks into his first read far too often. He loses all sense of decision-making and accuracy when pressure arises. You can see here against Houston, they have an easy hitter combination against the cover 4 with the post route from the tight end. And then Barrios running a slant underneath. The middle linebacker has to drop back to take away the post, leaving Berrios wide open underneath. Now let's switch to the end zone angle. You can see Wilson get locked onto his tight end, leaving him a beat late to Berrios. This allows some pressure in the B gap, as you can see, and Wilson makes a cardinal sin, lowering his eyes to look at the rush, resulting in a late ball, way off target and almost picked off. And quite honestly, this is light pressure for the NFL. He invites the hits because of his indecision and lateness. The defensive end still has 5 yards to make up to get around the tackle. He had plenty of time to stay calm, set his feet, and lead Berrios on a catch and run. If you distract his eye line, he will drop his eyes from the secondary and become fixated on the rush. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. His slow clock invites the pressure. The pressure makes him more hesitant, and the pressure makes his clock run even slower. Wilson's inability to hit the backer receiver in the flat was one of the biggest things that really frustrated Jets fans. It's such a basic throw for all NFL quarterbacks, well, except for Wilson. Pick on Zach Wilson Day. I'm just merely going over some factual information as to why he's not working out with the New York Jets. Sure, he does a lot of good things, but the bad things far outweigh the good. Now, getting back to Carr, Carr was released by the Raiders early in February, and it has been reported by Rappaport that he traveled to Indianapolis to meet up there at the 2023 NFL Draft Combine to get a leg up for free agency, which starts in March 15. He is seeking a contract worth $35 million per year, but he is more concerned this time around about the fit. Carr spent his first 9 seasons in the league with the Raiders, being selected with the 36th pick back in 2014. Last year, he threw for 3,522 yards with 24 TDs and 14 interceptions in 15 games. On the high end with interceptions there, but it was good enough to earn him his 4th career Pro Bowl selection. Carr played in so many systems in his 9 seasons with the Raiders that he basically can go fit anywhere in the National Football League. Now, before I predict where Carr ends up, let's take a look at some of the other quarterbacks that are available this offseason. That takes us to Jimmy G. He was playing his best ball since 2017, but his injury history, including 18 missed games in the last 3 seasons, well, that can't be ignored. He'd be a good fit with the Raiders coach, Josh McDaniels, because he played under McDaniels back in New England and played his best ball with McDaniels as a Patriot. What about Daniel Jones, you might ask? I think he stays with the Giants for at least 1 more season. And I don't see Geno Smith leaving Seattle. After all, that is where he resurrected his career. And I think the Ravens will finally come to their senses and tag Lamar Jackson, thus paying him $40 million plus in 2023. Now, I believe the Colts have had their fill with experiments. The Matt Ryan thing was basically a flop, and look for the Colts to resolve their quarterback issues in the draft. I also see the Colts trading up to grab themselves C.J. Stroud. Not a bad move indeed. And that brings us full circle to Derek Carr. If Aaron Rodgers does not go to the Jets, Derek Carr will. If Rodgers goes to the Jets, lots of folks may say Carr is primed for Houston. After all, his older brother quarterbacked in Houston back in the day. If the Jets don't work out, I would say he would probably be a big fish in a small pond in Tampa Bay.
Final answer.
What do you think? Leave your predictions in the comments section. Want to thank each and every one of you for watching another edition of the POD Sports Zone.
Yo, come back now, yeah?